Developed by ADK, this 1986 top-down beat-em-up is really challenging, and not in a good way most of the time. Kyros no Yakata has you take the role of a streetwise dude, complete with curly blonde hair and shades. You have the ability to knock out everything in sight, from general thugs, Japanese Oni devils, zombies, knights in shining armor, and even Marilyn Monroe wannabes. As you make your way through the stages, you'll come across a photo of Dracula. Yep, the person you're after in this game. Attacking these will cause a slew of babies to come crawling through a nearby mirror, who then grant points or power-ups when collected. Collect the Macho Man Red Baby power-up and you'll become even stronger, while a chiptune rendition of Frank Stallone's 80s hit Far From Over plays in the background. Very naughty. Collecting certain items can also transform all the enemies on screen into various forms, including piles of gold, chickens, and if your luck is bad, even more powerful foes. Kyros has so much going for it, however, I feel that your character moves way too slow, and feels stiff at times. Also, his stubby little attacks are really frustrating when it comes to boss fights. The enemy AI is also very cheap at times, with barrages of enemies piling on top of you instantly draining your power. Not something you'd be happy about if you were putting coins into an actual arcade machine. Kyros was changed to Desolator for the Western home market for some reason. This C64 port is much easier than the arcade game and even moves quicker, but that doesn't make it a great game. Unfortunately, it's one of those stupid games that has you constantly stuck at the top of the screen, forcing it to scroll. How can any developer think this is a good idea? You can't see a bloody thing coming towards you. Not only that, but the collision detection is off sometimes, and at other times, your character doesn't always respond to the direction you want him to face. Sadly, this port isn't that good. Looking much better than the C64 version, and following the arcade more closely, this Amstrad CPC port isn't too bad. The graphics are nice and colourful, speed is good, and sound is, well, okay I guess. It's just a shame that this port is even easier than the C64 version. Kind of odd when you consider the power-ups in this port are next to useless. I'm sorry, but the ZX Spectrum version is just crap. For the start, your characters look identical to the zombies on stage 1 when walking up the screen. I had no idea if I was even playing at first. Then there's the issue of not being able to punch while actually moving. We also have to deal with stiff controls and bad collision detection. Probably the worst port of them all. Looking surprisingly good, this ST port is a fairly respectable effort. It follows the arcade game pretty well as far as presentation is concerned, although I'm not a fan of the title music, it must be said. One thing I find strange about this port is that you can't walk diagonally, only up, down, left and right. This makes the game a little stiff to play. Also, like the other home ports, the jump is performed by pressing the space on the keyboard, and it's useless. In the arcade version, jumping would allow you to outrun certain enemies. However, in the home ports, it just looks like some gravity-defying roll of some sort. And let's take a look at all those versions of Kyros no Yakata running side by side.